Good afternoon, guys. This is the second part of the Network Integrator introduction tutorial for first-time users. In this video, I'm just going to cover registering the what we call the plugins, which are the basically the programs needed to configure the devices within the Network Integrator. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly cover those for first-time users, just so they have a visual reference of what they need to do. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to Network Integrator, and I'm going to go back to where we stopped. So last thing we did was we created the permissions. We gave the site A some, we defined some groups for site A, so it can create new devices and things like that. And as you recall, we can right-click now and create a new device. Okay, now before I create a new device, there's one other step I need to take to make sure that NI knows about which devices I want to install and what plugins or what configuration templates to use for those devices. So what we're going to do is we're going to right-click on site A, and you have to be connected to the system, so you can see this little arrow or little play symbol here. That means I'm connected to site A. So what I'm going to do is, once I'm connected, I'm going to right-click, and you'll see it. Now that I'm connected to that network, it gives me a network properties option. So I'm going to click on that and get into that. And most of the tabs you don't need to touch; they're all set by default. The one tab that we need to get into one time, or in the future if you wanted to install some type of different plugins or different devices that have different plugins, this is the tab we need to get into, and that tab is the plugins tab. Okay, so the plugins tab, it tells you what plugins are registered against this network or this site and what plugins are not registered. So you don't really necessarily need to register all the plugins. You can if you want to, but you typically want to register only the plugins that you will be using in that network. Okay, so in this network, I'm going to be using some configurable circuit controllers as well as some programmable circuit controllers. So for the configurable stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the device plugin. So I'm going to click on that one time, and I'm going to click on register. So this is it's going to register this. So once I hit apply, it will register this plugin. Let's go ahead and do that. You can choose multiple plugins and register them all at once, but for this example, I'm just going to show you one at a time. So the Circon device plugin, I'm going to click on apply, and you can see it goes ahead and starts creating all the little templates and all the little goodies that you're going to use to configure the Circon devices once you add it. Okay, so this is going to take about a minute or so to get installed. Now, what's nice about this is as we release new devices or new configurations and things like that, all you really need to do is you need to just update your plugin, and in the background everything will get updated. So you don't have to redefine your network or re-add new devices or delete devices and that kind of stuff. Once a plugin is registered, it can be deregistered and re-registered, and what that does is it keeps all the networks intact. All it does is updates all the template files or firmware files that could be used to that has the new features in them. Okay, so it's going ahead and creating all the configurable devices. So there's quite a few configurable devices that we have, so you can see it's finished there. In this particular site and in this example, I'm also going to use the 400 series programmable controllers. So for that, I need the Catalyst graphical programming plugin. So I'm just going to click on that. I'm going to register that, and I'm going to hit apply, and it's going to also register that plugin for me. And that's pretty quick. So I'm done. So now, once I go in here and I click on a new device, let's do that. And let's give it a name, say VAV1, for example. I'm not going to commission it at this stage. because I don't have anything hooked up. I just want to show you what the registering of the plugins did is it gives you all these templates that you can choose from. And I know, for example, for a VAV that I'm going to install as a VAV 332, and I'm going to choose the latest one, which is version 14. So I can do that. I'm just going to leave these at default, and here it goes. It creates a VAV for me. Now you see it with an exclamation point because I didn't choose to commission it. But once you actually have it live and you commission it, this will go away. Okay, so let me also create a SCC 410, which is our newest graphical programming device. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to call this one, say, Programmable Controller 1. Okay, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to choose the 410 here, version 14. And I'm going to click on next, and I'm going to follow the same thing, and it goes ahead and does that. So if you can see, when I right click on the VAV I created, it gives me some configure and browse options. So that's because all the plugins are registered correctly. And when I click on the programmable device, also gives me the same thing. And if I click on configure, you'll see we'll launch the Catalyst graphical programming tool. Okay, and then you can do some really fun stuff with the Catalyst. It's very powerful, and you guys can follow the Catalyst videos if you like, if you haven't seen them. But again, this is a quick video, so I'm not going to get into this right now. So I'm going to close this, but I just want to show you what the device plugin registration does for you. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Our contact information is going to be coming up next, so subscribe to our channel or drop us an email and give us your feedback. See you guys soon.